12th of May 2020 is a historic day. It's the 200th anniversary of the birth of Florence Nightingale in the first ever WHO designated Year of the Nurse and Midwife. But it's also a decisive moment. We stand in the middle of a global pandemic and we have choices to make that will affect both the health of our world and also our profession. COVID-19 has, though, also exposed the fragility of our health systems, our failure to adequately prepare and our failure to invest properly and seriously in our health workforce. You started the fight against the virus with a shortfall of 6 million nurses. You've been working under intense physical and psychological pressures and demands. You were often not given the personal protective equipment that you needed. You were sometimes anxious, as were your family and friends, and at moments even scared. We saw infection rates rise amongst health workers, and tragically, as well as losing patients, you saw some of your friends and colleagues die as well. For those we have lost, we will mourn them. They will not be forgotten. And as we honour and celebrate what they have done, let us commit that their legacy will be, that we will build stronger health systems together. Before the applause and the clapping fades, we will make sure that our leaders commit to action to ensure this happens. We know what must be done. The State of the World's Nursing Report tells us to invest in education, in jobs and in leadership. Our publication, Nursing the World to Health, shows us what already nurses around the world are doing in their daily practice. And our advanced practice guidance highlights the huge potential, often untapped, that we must unleash to allow nurses to improve access to health for people everywhere. We have the roadmap. We must take this to our politicians, to the policymakers, and say, this is what must be done. We have a solution. Here is a better way. Invest in nursing now. And if they say, how can we afford to pay for this as our economies crash? We say, for the people you serve, for their lives, for their economic security, for their freedoms, their ability to walk in the park, you cannot afford not to invest in nursing. And if you doubt whether we can do this, I say, look at how you have already changed the world. For those who have recovered from COVID-19, you have walked with them, whether they be prime ministers or ordinary people. They will not forget you. And for those who have died, you may have been the last voice that they heard, the hand that they touched, the face that they saw, and their families will not forget you. And for people right around the world, you have brought them to their front doors, to their windows, to their balconies, to say, thank you. Thank you, yes, for what you have done, but thank you also for what you have reminded us. When the virus has stripped us of all that we take for granted, it's then that we see, through what nurses have done, what is most important. Life, people, and those we love. So look and see what nursing has already done and believe what we can do next. It has been said that we rise by lifting others, but now is the time that we also rise for ourselves. Together, 28 million voices to lead. For Florence and for nursing, for my family, for your family, for the health of people everywhere. Let us rise as we nurse the world to health.